Hi Gemini, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your September 2016 month ahead general tarot forecast. Firstly, like to say sorry I'm a little bit late, sort of a couple of days in. Wasn't very well at all over the last few weeks, getting back to normal again, hopefully. That's why, running the website and everything alongside this, which I love doing, but just didn't have the energy, and so few readings, just taking time to catch up on everything at the moment. The other thing to say, if you'd like a private reading with me, Gemini, go to www.carolsuniverse.co.uk. So, it's an interesting reading, guys, and when I looked at the cards when they popped out, what I decided to do is look at, or sometimes what I do with readings is I look at how the energies kind of flow. Because all tarot cards have an energy to them. Some have very static energy. They represent situations that aren't moving, or people who won't move, or people who are. Because remember, the tarot is just a simple reflection of how we experience life on an everyday basis. Especially when you get things like the pip cards, it's the everyday things that we go through, and the majors mean the long-term effects of those things a lot of the time, because they're the major cards, so they're the bigger secrets. Pip cards, smaller secrets, okay? So pip cards for me, like Three of Swords, Five of Cups, Ten of Swords, big energies, though they're pip cards. But there are pip cards with smaller energies and things that you need to work through. Your general energy for the month is the Three of Wands and the Nine of Cups. And these are two fairly positive cards, really. But I feel that, Three of Wands is often a card where we're waiting, and we're waiting for an outcome, but sometimes we can be waiting forever with that card. It's a card where a man is waiting for his ships to come in. So it could be with the Two of Wands that he's already laid down roots with a particular thing. So, for example, made an investment in something, and now he's waiting for his returns on that investment. Sometimes this is a card that says, I'm putting the past to the past. Those two wands are in the past, and now I'm looking forward, which is why you can appreciate that the tarot is filled with lots of kind of multifaceted, ambiguous cards that never mean the same thing in any given reading a lot of the time. You can't read the same energy for a card all the time. It just wouldn't make any sense pertaining to what the reading is telling you. With the Three of Wands also, it's also a good idea to get another card to see what this person is waiting for. So sometimes when you get something like a Two of Cups, it can be somebody's waiting for a relationship to come to them. So we know that this person is waiting for their ships to come in. So what are the ships? Well, it's the Two of Cups, if the Two of Cups shows next door. In your case, as we know, it's the Nine of Cups. So it's almost waiting for a dream to come true, I feel, in the month of September 2016. The problem with the Nine of Cups is sometimes it can be a card of illusion. Not all the time at all. It's a great card. It really, really is, because it's a card where if things start to manifest for you, so if you start to experience that Nine of Cups energy, it means that there are good things happening for you, and it is definitely one of the best cards you can get in the tarot. Because if you have this, if somebody said to me, am I going to pass my exams, and you get this in the outcome or in the immediate future, then the likely answer is yes. Because if you use the Nine of Cups as a yes or a no card, then this is a definite yes. If you use it as a card to give you an indication of how a situation is going to go, then this is definitely saying for me that the situation is going to go very well, because there is a man that is sitting very smugly with 9 cups above his head, a rainbow of 9 cups, and he feels really self-satisfied with what he's achieved. This is the card of a sense of abandonment. It's the card where you enjoy the pleasures of life. It's a card that talks about sexual pleasure, culinary pleasure, so it can show somebody who likes to eat, somebody who likes to indulge in food, because the guy is quite large as well. And actually there is a book on A.E. White, so the Rider-Waite deck, and Pamela Coleman, who devised the illustrations for the Rider-Waite, and the book shows where she got her thoughts or her ideas for the illustrations. And one of the illustrations for the Nine of Cups, I can't remember the guy's name, but it's based on a really fat guy who enjoyed himself at Christmas. I've got the book here, and in fact you see the guy, and he just looks so merry, so merry, and he's really having a good time. So the card is basically, you know, it's one of those cards that kind of reminds me of Father Christmas. The guy in the book that Pamela Coleman based this picture on, that she illustrated, was the guy literally looked like Father Christmas. You know, he was just indulging in every good thing going. So it's a card of indulgence and having enough to really feel alive. It's also the card of, you know, parties, socialising, enjoying your time with friends. And even though one might be on their own, they're never really on their own because they've got plenty of things to distract them. But it's also the card of illusions as well, is the Nine of Cups, because this can often be the card that's called the wish card. And sometimes, you know, it can be that a wish comes true, but you might find... that the wish that you get is not what you thought it would be, or you might find that you're wishing and wishing and wishing for a particular thing, but it doesn't really evolve for you because it's cups energy, and cups are water and their emotions. So a lot of this with the Nine of Cups with wishes, it's how we feel emotionally about a particular situation. How does a situation make us feel? I have often shown up as that Nine of Cups if another tarot reader has read for me in the immediate future. I always say, you're always looking so smug with yourself, and I am, because I run a really successful business and I'm very comfortable and I'm very happy with my life and all the rest of it. So I am in fact that Nine of Cups guy there. But the fact that this person is waiting for their Nine of Cups moment, they're waiting to feel smug, they're waiting to feel really, really good, they're waiting for an outcome that makes them feel that they are the cat that got the cream. And I feel that the energy for some of you Gemini people out there, Sun, Moon and Rising in the month of September 2016, is saying that it's almost like you are... I don't want to say that you've counted your chickens before they've hatched, but it's almost like with the Nine of Cups, it is a card about anticipate, especially for me when you get it with the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is waiting, and this guy is waiting for the Nine of Cups moment. So he's waiting for a dream to come true. He's waiting for a situation that's going to make him feel really, really good. And the Nine of Cups can also be where one is achieving accolades. So often if this is a sexual card, this means a man has many notches on his belt. So he has a lot of kind of amours. You know, a lot of females or males or whatever it is, whatever your preference is, you got a lot of kind of one-night stands going on there. This person feels sexually satisfied. There's a sense of feeling satisfied in what one indulges in. If this is an obstacle position in a Celtic cross reading, it can say that somebody's overindulging in a particular lifestyle. So it is very much a lifestyle card. And for some of you guys, you might be waiting to enjoy a particular lifestyle in the month of September 2016. My only problem with this as being the general energy is that we have an advice card that shows something entirely different. And when we do the advice section, it's the advice that the universe is trying to tell you. And I feel that, you know, it was so different from the yellows and the greens that we were seeing on these cards, because it's the Nine of the Swords. Nine of Swords that shows up as your advice card, which says, to me, this is why I felt to myself in a way, maybe you shouldn't be counting your chickens, Gemini, before they hatch on a particular situation. And I feel that with the Nine of Swords, it's saying that there, as an advice card, it might be that all is not as it seems. So if you feel that you've got something kind of sewn up in the bag in the month of September, then it might be for some of you guys that you haven't quite got it sewn up just yet. So not to get too overly confident, because to me the Nine of Cups can be a card about being overly confident as well. Just for the, you know, this isn't a reading where I'm showing it, you know, with some other really well aspected cards in the events that are happening, and it's not a card that's come up as your advice to say that, you know, you're going to have a wish come true and you're going to be feeling really, really good during the month, and that things are going to really be kind of turning out really, really good for you. It shows up as your general energy, and the general energy for me when I do my readings are the influences that you're feeling within the month. So in the month, you're going to be waiting for something good to unfold that's going to kind of put you at the top of a tree. And I feel that it's going to be through a certain action that you take, that you think is right, that you think is the way to go in achieving a particular thing in this month of September, Gemini. But I feel that this advice card is saying, you know, be careful of that energy. Be careful of the energy that says, you know, I expect a situation to go a certain way, or I think a situation's going to go a certain way, so therefore I'm not going to worry too much about it, because I feel that it's telling you that you're going to need to kind of be a little bit worried about it, okay, and you're going to need to kind of take it seriously. And I feel that, you know, what's showing here in the month of September is kind of like confirming that for me a little bit, because we've got the Three of Cups showing in the reverse as your first card. And this is the card of broken friendships, or it's to do with communication breakdown for me. The Three of Cups upright is to do with a group of people who are enjoying certain things. So this can be the card of when you're socialising, parties, communicating with others. Number threes in cards often represent successful outcomes. So usually, again, it's one of those cards like the Nine of Cups. Am I going to pass my exams? And you get this in an immediate future position. This can be saying yes, you are, because it's a card of joy and happiness and frivolity and everybody coming together and having a good time, and a real sense of celebration in the card. When it's in the downright, there isn't really much to celebrate with this, because this is the card where people fall out, where we have people who have been unfaithful in relationships, where there is conversation that might not be particularly honest or kind. It's the card for me that's, you know, indicates malicious, perhaps, conversation, or being, you know, this card can represent just broken friendships, or, you know, something, or a relationship that's gone into disrepair, Gemini. And I feel that, you know, there will be a case of somebody who is wanting to say sorry about this, because we have the Knight of Cups directly underneath that Three of Cups in the reverse. So I feel out of this broken friendship, somebody may want to make an apology to you, okay? And it's an interesting one, really, because when I was looking at this reading, and as you know, I shuffle the cards just before I come on screen, and it's good for me to collect my thoughts over the cards when I'm kind of just shuffled them 5 minutes before I come on. I take a brief look and I'm kind of like, okay, this is interesting, because I worked out within the reading that we have cards that show someone who will not budge on a situation, and cards that show somebody who's trying to make an amendment, okay, over a particular situation here. And I don't know what this situation is completely about, obviously, but I feel that this is something where there is failure in a relationship. Now, it can be, you know, as simple as just a broken friendship, but it can also be a situation that's going to affect you in the long term if you don't reach a resolution. Because I feel that for some of you guys, and I feel that you are possibly the ones that are holding back from a resolution in this, perhaps because you think that you're going to get more out of something if you don't give in too quickly. So I get the sense that some of you guys might not want to be giving into a situation too quickly, and therefore you might be holding back a little bit, because you feel the more that you hold back, therefore Three of Wands waiting for this Nine of Cups moment, the more that you hold back, the more that you're going to receive. So therefore you wait for an outcome that suggests that you're the one that's going to be feeling smug. You're the one that's going to be the one that's victorious and be the cat that's got the cream. But the advice is, you know, you need to kind of worry over this. Well, not worry over, I'm not telling you to worry, but you need to take the situation seriously. And you need to be rational about the situation, because it might be with this advice card being the Nine of Swords, and it's not telling you to worry, but I feel with the energy being the Three of Wands facing that Nine of Cups, you need to take the situation probably a little bit more seriously than maybe you're doing at the moment, if this resonates with any of you guys. We do have, as I've said, the Three of Wands, Three of Cups, the broken relationship, the broken friendship, the whatever type of relationship it is, whether it's a professional relationship, whether it's a personal relationship, and it shows an offer of an apology after that, because we do have that Knight of Cups directly underneath that Three of Cups energy. However, what's interesting is that the two energies that show up opposite both of these cards show somebody who is saying no, or somebody who will not budge, because we have a Seven of Wands here and the Devil. Now, if I were to put these both together, and we can see, you know, if we put those both together, we've got the Three of Cups in the reverse, a broken relationship. Somebody's trying to make an offer back, though, with that Knight of Cups. So somebody's trying to say sorry, or somebody's handing out an olive branch, or somebody's trying to make some form of amendments. However, the Seven of Wands is suggesting that I feel that it's you guys potentially, you're fighting this off. If it's not you, then it's the opposite way around. Maybe you're the one that's trying to make the amendments after a broken relationship and somebody won't listen. But I feel that this might be you, just looking at how the other cards are, okay? I feel that maybe you're the ones that are saying no. Seven of Wands often means to say no, because again, it's a card where those 6 wands we see here are holding their hands out and they're saying, you know, they're either asking for forgiveness or they're asking something of you. But this man is resolute. He's got his 1 wand in the air and he's fighting off the 6 wands. So he's saying no to those 6 wands. And with the devil, the Knight of Cups is facing the devil. And this is somebody who has the majority of control, or somebody who's trying to keep control of the situation. And again, to me, this devil often represents restrictions and obstacles. So I feel that an offer is being made to the devil, somebody who has control over the situation. And I feel that you guys do have control over this situation, okay? Whatever this situation is, I feel that you have control over it. All right, there seems to be a broken relationship here with the 3 of Cups, but there's an offer being made after that. Somebody's trying to say they're sorry. But the 7 of Wands, you've got your wand up, you've got your defences up, and it's a no. Because the devil says, you know, I'm not budging from this situation here. It could be something to do with holding on to what you've got, okay? So maybe this is something to do with trying to share something out. I'm not saying that you're mean, Gemini, or anything like that, but I just get the sense that there is something that you're not willing to budge on here. And the devil is not a card that budges. This is the thing. This is why you see the devil as always being a card that represents obstacles. Because the devil likes to kind of stay where he is. He doesn't like to move out of his enclosure, because he has more control in keeping a situation that it is, the way that it is, rather than relinquishing control. To relinquish control means to relinquish his power. Okay, so with the devil card, this is often about being afraid to move out of a comfort zone, or being fearful of letting go of the reins, or letting go of the restrictions. It is a card of restriction, just the same as that 7 of Wands is. And we can see movement with the Knight of Cups coming into that devil, and the devil is not paying any attention. If you look at this devil, look at where his hand is. It's almost like this person is saying sorry, and the devil is saying, what's that old saying? Talk to the hand because the face ain't listening. Can you see where his hand is? His hand is directly up at the Knight of Cups' face. He's literally putting his hand in his face and saying, I'm not interested. And I get that with you guys, that you're not interested in making an amendment. Maybe you feel that you're going to get more out of the situation than you realise, because we also see an amendment being tried to be made here with the Temperance card. So it's almost like this person is, whoever it is that you've fallen out with, or whoever it is that this dispute is happening with the 3 of Cups, and this, you know, somebody or something is coming back to offer an apology, and you're holding your hand up and you're saying, I'm not interested, and you're holding your wand up and you're saying, go away. You know, it's almost like they keep trying. With the Temperance card again, Temperance is 2 opposing forces, somebody who's trying to work something through so that it's balanced and it's fair and it's a harmonious environment again. So somebody's trying something. And also with the toe, as I always say, dipped into the water, they're going to test the waters with something. So they're trying something again. But again, you have the sword up, because we've got the King of Swords energy, and this is you guys. Even though King of Swords would usually represent an Aquarius individual, it is a general reading. So we can read this as being a Gemini individual as well. Air sign, and we know the King of Swords can be quite aloof, all right, but he's also quite logical, quite intelligent, and also quite mentally savvy. So I feel that whatever is happening here, there is a friendship or there is a relationship that has gone into disrepute. It's gone into disrepair. There's a problem here. An offer has been made. It's a no. Now, it might not be an offer of friendship. It might be, okay, we're falling out over a particular thing, and here's my offer. And still it's not good enough, because we've got that 7 of Wands and the Devil card, both suggesting that somebody is saying no to a situation. We've then got this person who I believe is the Knight of Cups. I believe that these are the same individuals, or the same individual. 3 of Cups, breakup, falling out, trying to come back and make an offer, Knight of Cups. That's been rejected with the Devil and the 7 of Wands. So they try again with the Temperance. It looks like somebody's trying all sorts of ways to repair something with you in the month of September 2016. But for some reason, Gemini, it just looks like you're not interested at all. And then they get heavy-handed with you. Because then they try and force a situation, I believe, in the month of September 2016, which is why I feel this advice card came in. To take this situation seriously. Because I feel that whatever this is, this individual or this group will not give up until they have some form of a compromise from you, Gemini. Because you've got death. And death is facing you. We know that the Knight of Swords is often a Gemini card. It's a Gemini energy. It represents the zodiac sign of Gemini. And you are, this is you. You're facing directly death. So death we know is an ending. And there's nothing that you can do to stop death. It's going to happen either way, okay? For us as human beings on a physical plane. But in the tarot, death represents an ending. A big change, okay? Massive transformation. But again, you're fighting it because you're riding straight over at death and you're saying stop. It's not happening. It's not happening. Now you get really feisty, I feel. So I feel in the month of September what this reading is trying to say, Gemini, is that there is a situation where there has been a falling out or some problem with others. Whoever these other people are, now it might be a case of maybe people are trying to get you to move home and you're saying no. And you've taken something to court and you say, you know what, I'm sure I'm going to win with that Three of Wands and the Nine of Cups energy, so I'm not worrying about a thing. Okay, so I'm not budging. I get the impression that it's you that's not budging because you're showing us the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords and neither of these cards budge. They fight. They don't budge. Now, the King of Swords, we can say, well, he's all about fairness and balance, but he's about his own fairness and balance. Okay, not unless he's trying to defend somebody else in a court of law, a lawyer. But if this is you, the King of Swords, this is about what you see as being fair and what you feel is right to do. Okay? And I feel that the Temperance card is not so much your energy where you're working something out. Because as the King of Swords, you're trying to rationalise a situation. I don't feel it's that. I feel it's somebody. I feel the Three of Cups, Temperance, and that Knight of Cups are the same individuals. Okay, and I feel the Seven of Wands, Devil. Okay, let me start again. I feel Three of Cups is the fallout. Knight of Cups is the offer from the fallout. Okay, so somebody's coming back to say that they're sorry or they're offering an apology or they're making an offer of something to you. I feel that you reject this offer or you reject the apology or whatever it is with the Seven of Wands and you're putting your hand up into the face of the Knight of Cups and saying, I'm really, really not interested, so kind of go away. I feel that the same Three of Cups, Knight of Cups, comes back and tries to compromise. Again, you put the sword up in the face and you say no. Based on what I see and based on what I feel is right and fair, it's a no. They come back again as death. And as you notice, all of these cards are cups. And temperance to a certain extent, because it's like the Two of Cups anyway. So this is a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. Knight of Cups would usually be a Pisces energy, but he can be read as all three signs. Temperance is cups anyway. Temperance would usually be a Sagittarius, though, energy. It usually represents the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. But it doesn't matter, I'm looking at the cups on here. And Death card would usually represent Scorpio. So I'm wondering if you've got some altercation with a water sign individual. I'm just wondering, Gemini. Because I'm sensing that you have an altercation with a Scorpio presence. Okay, but I feel that you need to kind of, because this person or whoever this group of people are, that some of you guys, if you resonate with this, may have had some form of an altercation with. I don't feel that they're going to let up on this. I really don't see them letting up on it. And I feel that if you're kind of waiting because you feel that you've got it in the bag with that Three of Wands and the Nine of Cups, I feel that the advice is you need to kind of take things a little bit seriously because whoever this is not letting up on something. And with the Death card, we know that's one of the big guns of the major. So somebody's saying to you, it's almost like somebody's saying to you, it's going to happen. Whatever it is that you are disputing, whatever it is that you are saying no to, whatever it is that you're saying speak to the hand because the face ain't listening to, they're saying no, it's going to happen because I'm bringing it. I'm bringing it to you, and I'm bringing the transformation or the change or whatever this is, I'm bringing it to your door, but you fight it. So I know it's not a great reading. It just looks like you've got some form of a fight on your hand, and it looks like you're not backing down and somebody else isn't backing down. Okay? And I feel that, you know, if you feel that I just get the sense that if you feel that by taking a certain course of action in the month of September, Gemini, is the right thing to do, and you're kind of being a little bit lackadaisy about stuff and not realising that this might be more serious than you think it is, I feel that you need to kind of know maybe that this is more serious, and it could get more serious potentially. So maybe a compromise is the best thing that you can do. Okay, because I feel that the Temperance card is saying somebody's trying to make a compromise with you. Okay, but you seem to just be holding out or holding back or being a little bit sharp or aloof on something here. And I feel it's asking you to curb something or to not be so aloof or so held back about a particular thing here with this reading. I just get the energy that this is what the reading is trying to say. Let's get an angel card. Universe Spirit, can you show me what is the advice that you have for Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for September 2016? What is the advice? What is the advice that you have for Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the month of September 2016? Show me. It says opportunity. Let's have a look at what that means. Positive growth and expansion is on the horizon for you. This opportunity may bring with it inspiration and insight, or it could be the chance you've been waiting for to take action on ideas you already have. You may be seeking to manifest the chance to create changes in your career, buy or sell a home, or bring romance into your life. Whatever your desires, your angels are about to open a door of possibilities for you. Step right through. So I feel that really what the card is saying is there are opportunities, and I see the opportunities being presented with the Knight of Cups, with Temperance, and with Death. Okay? And the general energy is saying, yes, you are looking at a big opportunity here, but it's the way that you're executing something that disturbs me slightly within the reading, that I feel that you probably need to revise something here. And I feel that if an opportunity comes to you, okay, if this resonates with any of you guys, you need to kind of step through the door and kind of let your pride go or let it down and accept it for what it is, because it might just be the right thing for you. I feel that you need to take something seriously here in the month of September. Not sure what it is. All I can talk about is the energies that I feel and give you an overarch of the reading or of the situation I feel that's occurring. But I do feel that you're holding back on something, and somebody keeps trying to offer something until in the end it's like you have to do it or it's going to happen. So, and you seem to be fighting it all the way. Usually when you get a Knight of Swords or one of these Swift cards that faces, it's a challenge. So you're challenging death. You're challenging change or transformation. You're trying to hold something off. And I feel it's saying that there is an opportunity coming to you, but it just seems the way that you're executing something in the month of September, Gemini, it could be treated or you know, dealt with a little bit differently than what you're doing. All right, that's your reading, Gemini, for the month of September 2016. I would like to say thank you very, very much for using Carol's Universe, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care.